Actually, now we can watch the Elon Musk interview afterward. Now is a good time to watch the Vivian interview so we can contrast those two things. Shall we? I don't know how long it was. This page is showing me that it was like a 2-hour long conversation, but I did see this clip. So I don't know how much of it we will watch, but I did see this clip. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? Ethan runs this podcast like old school talk shows like Jerry Springer where the guests are spectacles. Yeah. This one. This clip with Vivian.
Something that I think is really fucking funny, which is the fact that I suspect when I was like 12, he was bronze in Overwatch and me and my twin weren't. And he would try to constantly get us to play ranked with him. And I'm like 90% sure it was just because we could carry him. And I was like a 12-year-old Hanzo main who was like barely in silver. He was a bronze Torbjorn main. He was fucking dog shit. Awful. Like god awful.
How are you a bronze Torbjorn, main? How are you bronze Torbjorn? How?
So no, I don't believe the fucking... He's like, I am a pro Path of Exile, whatever the fuck. Like, no, the fuck you are not. This is so cringe. Why would you even pretend to be... Like, it's fine not to be a gamer.
I know.
Right?
A sponsor for...
You know what was really fucked up? I saw this clip on my Twitter feed. You know how Twitter has like the auto playing on videos? I saw this clip because it auto played an Elon Musk video of like Elon Musk playing some... He's playing... Let me find it. PoE. I think it was either PoE or Diablo 4. I couldn't tell which one and I didn't care. But let me see. Is it still on there? It was on his account, no? God, he tweets so much. God. Here it is. This captioned, yeah. I'm going to say it. To be the richest man on the fucking planet and you don't have more than one monitor, like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell? Like, bruh. What type of sick fuck doesn't have 2 monitors? I almost feel like it's a 100%. Well, it's easy to be a critic on Twitch, isn't it? Tell me you don't like Elon Musk without telling me you don't like Elon Musk. I think I said it pretty explicitly. And also, we're on Twitch, okay? I'm sorry. I'm tired of these fake gamers, okay? Ruining my fucking platform. All right? I'm sorry. No one has ever moved their head like this ever when playing Diablo or playing a PoE. No one, you don't move your head like this. You move your head like this sometimes when it comes to first-person shooters or third-person shooters. You don't, not for fucking, no, that doesn't even make it, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, guys, % chance that this is just like a screen record and he's just pressing buttons randomly. Dude, the mashing is... That's not what my keyboard sounds like. That's not what my keyboard sounds like when I play ARPG. Listen, the mouse clicks I can respect. All of us have seen League players. Some of us have been unfortunate enough to play League. The mouse clicking is valid. The keyboard smacking?
Denims is streaming. Denims is streaming.
I always record myself playing video games to prove that I love playing them.
Bruh, I just don't have any words. I don't have any words, man. I'd pay to see him do some aim labs. Skill Cylinder, thank you for the 5 gifts of Sailcat. Thank you for the 5. Flower Pew Mobius, Just Julia, Dark Poet, Time Night, thank you. Nick the Knack, Tax Evasion Account. Thank you guys so much for the subbies. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but his mouse sounds like it's from the dollar store. Listen, okay, sometimes dollar store mice kind of go crazy, okay? I'm going to be honest, dude. I'm going to be honest. I'm a purist on this front. The peripherals don't matter. If you're a god gamer, you can win on a fucking trackpad, okay? I'm a purist on this. I've seen it. I've seen pro players be able to do it and like absolutely demolish with a fucking trackpad. And after that, I'm like, you know what? Damn. That's crazy. Do peripherals help? Yeah, of course, for sure. But like, if you're an epic enough gamer, you don't need good peripherals. You already have good peripherals right here. Longtime PoE player here. Nobody's keyboard sounds like that when they're playing because you can tell he's pressing the same key over and over again. The game has multiple skills that need to be keybinded. What a loser. I just. Internet sleuth here, watch the video again and look at the abilities being used in the game compared to him spamming one button on his mouse. Yeah. Why are you lying about this? Why? And the bizarre thing about it is every time he lies, there's always somebody else saying, there's like multiple people making fun of him, saying, who's actually playing for you? Is the video on the monitor playing on VLC or Pop Player? Dude, I would stop posting if I started getting these comments. Conclusive proof you can have all the money in the world and still be the biggest loser alive. Oh my god. God, dude. Jesus. So yeah, Twitter did him so dirty. I'm not even gonna lie. Twitter did him so dirty because it played this fucking video and then it immediately played, it auto played this video.
Ubisoft game.
I can't expose something that I think is really fucking funny, which is the fact that I suspect when I was like 12, he was bronze in Overwatch and me and my twin weren't. And he would try to constantly get us to play ranked with him. And I'm like 90% sure it was just because we could carry him. And I was like a 12-year-old Hanzo main who was like barely in silver. He was a bronze Torbjorn main. He was fucking dog shit, awful, like god awful. So no, I don't believe the fucking, he's like, I am a pro Path of Exile, whatever the fuck. Like, no, the fuck you are not. This is so cringe. Why would you even pretend to be like, it's fine not to be a gamer.
I know.
It's also fine to be bad at games. The thing is, you can get gamer cred and respect just by playing a lot. You don't even have to be that good. It's more about whether or not you can keep up with the conversations and bond over the hobby. Like, it's just so bizarre to lie. I just don't get it. I just literally don't get it. Look at us on. Sorry, that one was too far. I'm sorry. God. Most people who are gamers are just really passionate about the game, and that's what I like about it. Yeah. This is also disgusting. I'm disgusted by Elon Musk's gaming setup. Watching these streams hurt me, but I have to know, is one of the wealthiest men on earth using a mediocre streaming setup? I am like, this is actually causing me physical pain. Just for a frame of reference, chat, I have a mouse pad that is the size of my desk, okay? My mouse pad is, I think it's like 30 inches by like 20. It's only like 20 bucks. It was only like 20 bucks. It's really not that expensive. But I refuse to play games. I refuse to play games that need a mouse and keyboard with a tiny mouse pad. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I used to live like that. Oh, my straw. I used to live like that when my desk was really, really, really tiny. And I used to have a teeny, teeny little mouse pad. But I can't use tiny mouse pads anymore. My entire, like most of my desk is just mouse pad space. Wired mouse L. Listen, this one's actually a wireless mouse, but I don't know why. When I unplug it, it like goes in and out. So I just keep it plugged in because it just like doesn't work. Even though this is like one of the new Razer mice, it just might, I don't know, maybe like the Bluetooth or whatever the fuck it's connected through, whatever shit that it's connected to in my computer just like isn't good. I don't know. Because it's weird. When it's working, it's perfect. When it's not working, it sucks. I have that issue sometimes. Change polling rate or response time helps. Yeah, I assume it's just, and even when my desktop was on my desk, so like the space between them, like they weren't being blocked by anything, it still wasn't working. So I was like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. Does it have the 2.4? Yeah, it does. So I don't really care. I'm okay with you being a wired cuck. 10 gifted subs, she's using Bluetooth instead of the dongle. No, I am using the dongle. I am. It just like doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to have the dongle in front of PC / on top of the, I did have it like that and it still wouldn't work. I like it. I'm okay with having a wired mouse. It's okay. One day, reinstall the driver. Dude, I reinstalled the driver like 15 times. I've done everything. I've done every single bit of tech support. I promise you. It just like doesn't work. It like doesn't work. You need to have the dongle plugged in. Yes, I'm aware. I reinstalled all the programs. I uninstalled them. I reinstalled them. It's plugged in. It's fully charged because sometimes people will be like, well, when it's not fully charged, sometimes there's issues. I had it plugged into like the top of my desktop, and I had my tower sitting on my desk, and it still wouldn't work. It still wouldn't work well. It would like just cut out sometimes. So I was like, dude, fuck this. I don't care. I just don't care. I mean, I think this is a good segue point on what he actually is like. I saw this specific clip of him on Fox News crying like a little bitch ass baby.
He was a huge jerk, right? You know, running around on stage with a Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do! What a creep! What a jerk! Like who derives joy from that? And does that help Tesla?
Oh, I can't believe Tim Walz would make fun of me. Oh, why would he do that to me? Oh, I'm just a little baby. I can't believe he would do that to me. Oh, boo freaking who, dude? Oh my god. It's just pathetic. It's just so pathetic. I'm trying to find the official interview that this was from. I found it. Here, I went back a minute or two so you can see.
To people.
Ugh. Ironically, being in love with the idea of fast EV sports cars led me down the rabbit hole when I was in high school and college, and I found out about his very public grift by the time I was 19. Well, that's why people talk about him and say he is the stupid person's idea of a smart person. We were just about to watch this clip as well. What keeps you up at night?
Keeps you up at night?
Well, there's a lot of things that I suppose that I worry about, but and some of these things will seem esoteric to people. You know, the birth rate is very low in almost every country, and it's something, unless that changes, civilization will disappear. America had the lowest birth rate, I believe, ever. That was last year. Places like Korea, the birth rate is 1/3 replacement rate. So that means in 3 generations, Korea will be 3 or 4% of its current size.
You know how we can fix that birth rate? Removing all social safety nets so people don't feel like they can afford to have children. That'll fix the birth rate.
And nothing seems to be turning that around. Humanity is dying, and people, it's just not something we evolved to react to.
Finally, what's the big...
This is my harshest take, I think. You can't make me give a fuck about the birth rate. Unlike humanity is going to be erased. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I care about people. I care about people that are alive now, and I care about them receiving benefits in life. I care about them being treated fairly with some decency. I care about people today alive that deserve to live well and make their own decisions. And if they want to have kids, they should have kids. And if they don't want to, they shouldn't have to. That's what I care about. You could not make me give a single fuck about, oh, humanity won't be around forever. Oh, that's so sad. So what? Who cares? Are you fucking kidding me? What, like, this? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You can't make me care. Nothing is forever, dude. It doesn't matter. I've hated Elon ever since he called the diving hero a pedophile and pulled out of a bet to end world hunger if an organization could figure out how to do it, not to mention his emotional abuse to his first wife. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to hate, but here, let's watch.
So I really want to emphasize to people out there, if you're in Wisconsin, go out and vote. You can do early voting for the Supreme Court. If you have friends and family in Wisconsin, please urge them to vote for Brad Schimmel. If we don't, we could lose control of the House, and all of the government reforms could be shut down.
Finally, what's the biggest thing for you that keeps you up at night?
He's only pretending to care about humanity's birth rate. He only cares about the birth rate of white people only. Well, yeah, because he's a fucking Nazi. Also, we all know the answer. Yeah, it's ketamine. Ketamine keeps him up at night. But he's trying to think of an answer that isn't ketamine. He's like, God, I love ketamine so much. I wish I could be doing ketamine right now. Oh, I love ketamine. I love being in a K-hole. Oh my God. What was it? Right. What keeps me up at night?
Well, there's a lot of things that I suppose that I worry about, but and some of these things will seem esoteric to people. You know, the birth rate is very low in almost every country, and it's something, unless that changes, civilization will disappear. America had the lowest birth rate, I believe, ever. That was last year. Places like Korea, the birth rate is 1/3 replacement rate. So that means in 3 generations, Korea will be 3 or 4% of its current size, and nothing seems to be turning that around. Humanity is dying, and people, it's just not something we evolved to react to.
His face looks like leftover clay from a pottery.
And I mean, I worry generally about the strength of America. You know, America is the central column that holds up all of Western civilization. So if you like, if we've got the temple of Western civilization.
I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard.
America is the central column. If that column fails, it's all over. You can't run off to New Zealand or some other place. It's over. So either we strengthen that column and make sure America.
Hello, base department? Hello, base department. All we can say is, inshallah.
Is strong and will be strong for a long time, or that roof's coming down.
If they actually cared about the birth rate, they would make it easier to immigrate here. Oh, see, you're mistaken. They only care about the birth rate of white people. Sorry.
You know, I think we got into detail today about what you all are doing and maybe demystified some of that. For the people who look at you and your business sense about SpaceX or Starlink, can you tell them specifically there's not a conflict of interest in how you're doing it, what you're doing, and the contracts that you're getting with the government?
Everything I do is under.
What a stupid fucking question. Can you confirm with us? Can you investigate yourself and tell me that you found no conflict of interest? Yes, we investigated ourselves. There's no conflict of interest.
Extreme scrutiny.
Every day.
Yeah.
Oh, people in high positions of power are held to high scrutiny. Grow up. Oh my God. Nobody told you to fucking do this shit. Nobody told you to finance Trump's fucking campaign. Nobody told you to fucking get involved in Doge. Nobody made you do this. Okay, you know what Mark Zuckerberg is doing? He's fucking, well, he's being a robot. You know what Jeff Bezos is doing? He's getting bitches, all right? He's fucking skiing. He's fucking living his life. Guess what? Because he doesn't give a shit about whatever the fuck this is. It's not anyone else's fault but your fault for deciding you wanted to be a public figure and you wanted to show everyone how much of a dumbass you are by jumping around and being like, look, I'm doing the X symbol. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to get on a stage and say, yeah, the chainsaw, dark MAGA. Ooh. No one told you to do that. You did that. And I'm sorry, but you being yourself is not likable. I don't know if somebody told you at a young age, Elon, that you should just be yourself. No. Be someone else. Because people don't like that person. Okay? You can still change.
So there's not an action I can take that doesn't get scrutiny 6 ways to Sunday. You know, every action that the Doge team does is public. We put it on the website. It's the most amount of transparency there's been about any government thing ever. So it would be, even if I wanted to, I couldn't get away with it. In fact, it's actually disadvantageous for me to be in the government, not advantageous. If I wasn't in the government, I could lobby.
Lying is OP. Please nerf. Please nerf.
And I could push for things that are advantageous to my companies, and probably get it, probably receive them. My companies are suffering because I'm in the government. You just pointed that out a moment ago.
Right.
Yeah, it's because one of the few instances where there actually was
Nerf this.
The few instances where there actually was waste and government fraud was the, $400 million contract with Tesla for Cybertrucks that your team ended up finding. And so now the contract had to get canceled. Like, oh, grow up. Oh my God. You guys had a fucking yard sale on the fucking White House front lawn of Teslas. The fucking president shouted out your company like it's a fucking Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. Oh my God.
Do you think it helps sales if dealerships are being firebombed? Of course not. And Tesla customers are being intimidated all over the country and all over Europe. Does that help Tesla? I mean, you had Tim Walz, who's a huge jerk. Right.
You jerk. Oh, Tim Walz was mean to me.
Running around on stage.
Sorry, one's in chat if you've seen the thing that he's talking about. Twos if you haven't seen it. Tim Walz making fun of him. Wait, I'm actually gonna. Okay, usually when this happens, I end up saying, I'm so excited. I'm going to show you guys something horrible. But this time, I'm so excited because I'm going to show you guys something amazing. I wrote Telsa instead of Tesla.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you. Saying on my phone, I don't.
Also, I feel bad for the people who bought Teslas. Like, ages ago, before Elon Musk became POTUS, I feel bad for those people. Because it's like, dude, a lot of people are just uninformed. And they're like, oh, I just want an electric car. These are supposed to be nice, right? And now you're like, dude, I gotta get rid of this car. I gotta get rid of this car. I gotta get rid of this fucking car. God. Anyways, that was his comment. His comment was that he has like the Tesla stock app or whatever, or sorry, a stock app on his phone. And he's got like the Tesla ticker on his phone so he can watch it drop because it gives him a boost. That's what he said. My chat is trying to get me to blow mine up. Oh my God, stop.
Tesla stock price, where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do. What a creep. What a jerk.
Oh, you're so sad. He made fun of my company failing. What a creep. So evil. Such a jerk. I thought comedy was legal, bitch. What, is it not legal anymore? It's illegal when it's mean to you.
Like who derives joy from that? And it was pointed out to him that actually, Minnesota State Pension Fund is a major investor in Tesla. But he didn't care. He was so overjoyed by Tesla stock going in half. Does that sound like a good person to you? I don't think so.
When I was growing up, we didn't have internet, then we didn't have cell phones, then we got them, then we got the Apple phone, and all the technology that I've just seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
The fact that we are where we are, if you're talking to an audience, where are we in 5 years? Where are we in 10 years?
I do think there's the potential for a great future.
In my imagination, every question he gets asked, he just constantly starts thinking about ket, and he's like, no, wait, I can't talk about ketamine. Like, just go with me on this journey.
Where are we in 5 years? Where are we in?
Also, yeah, what's he gonna try and do? Deport him? Why, he made fun of me. Yeah, it's pathetic.
10 years.
Where are we in 5 years, 10 years? Hopefully still addicted to ketamine. I think that would be fun. Wait, no, I can't talk about ketamine.
I do think there's the potential for a great future, so long as America remains the land of freedom and opportunity. So freedom means that the government does not infringe upon your personal liberties.
We're talking about that. When people are getting sent to fucking Gitmo, that's what we're talking, okay.
That you can do what you want as long as it doesn't harm another person. Land of opportunity means that you succeed on the basis of your merits, on how hard you work and how good you are at your job. Those fundamental principles are what will ensure a great future. And that's what President Trump is committed to doing. It's what the Doge team is committed to doing.
And we do that by removing people's health care and Social Security benefits and entitlements. That's why we do that.
And if we succeed, I think we'll have a wonderful future.
Well, Elon, we really appreciate the time, and I think we dispelled some rumors and got into some very specifics that people wanted to hear. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
We get there by merit. Not by merit, but by paying $250 million into someone's campaign. Why do old people say YouTube like that? YouTube! And that's why I go to Fox News for their compelling argument. Dude, fucking Christ. Oh my God. I feel dumber after having watched that. Thin looking motherfucker drone on for longer than 30 seconds. It's so hard to not tune out when Elon Musk is talking because he never says anything of value, right? And which would be fine if he was like a comedian, right? I would be fine if I was watching to be entertained, but he speaks in a way that makes you think that he's about to say something smart, but then he doesn't say anything. And it's like, what? Okay. All right. Sure. Why not? Sure. It's all hot air, yeah. What's the Illuminati thumbnail? It's ContraPoints' video on conspiracies. It's very good. But like, this is what's on Fox News. Serious? You people are so brainwashed. Yikes. I don't even know what you could be talking about. You could be talking about Fox News. You could be talking about Elon. You could be talking about any variety of things. Who knows what that guy's talking about? On a quick, we'll go through all the quick, fast side stories right now. This is another good one. Kat Abughazaleh recently announced that she's running for rep, I believe, in Illinois', was it 9th or 6th district? I can pull it up. Here we go. No, not this one. Yes, 9th. Yes, she's, as you can see here, Kat Abughazaleh for Congress, Illinois 09. And they raised, I think, over $200,000 in like the first 2 days. Really, really incredible. Really, really cool. But people keep posting this photo of Kat and being like, this is the whore that you want. And it's just like a normal woman. I don't think making her look attractive is going to help your cause, you fucking idiots. Hey, look, she's really cool and attractive. Okay. She's not a real candidate, though. She doesn't know the district. She doesn't live in it. All I know about Kat is that she's heavily informed on political discourse, and she's spent at least a decade being politically engaged directly with campaigns. She does incredible commentary with Mother Jones, and previously she was working with, I forget the organization prior. I'm blanking on it. And she's also better than the fucking old bags that are sitting in fucking Congress today. Media Matters, if I recall correctly. Yes, I think that's what I'm trying to think of. I don't, like, here's the thing, right? Chat, here's a question for you. If she ran for a position in Congress in your district, would you really care which specific district she was initially born in or how well she knew that particular city over another particular city? No, because the positions and the policies are the same. Are there important distinctions and differences? Yeah, of course. Are there certain things that impact certain districts more? Yes, of course. But you can become informed on those things and you can adjust your policies according to those things. Like if a particular district has higher rates of poverty than other districts. Yeah, of course, for sure. But the reality is I would much rather have someone that has progressive policies to run in my district than some old fart that's been sitting there in that fucking district for ages that does nothing. As long as she speaks to the constituents and helps those people to the best of her ability with progressive policies, that's all I care about. That's all I've ever cared about. But Math, this intellectual juggernaut here to say, is this actually you? You want to write the laws I live by? Aren't they all going to be, give me that for free while I do whatever I want and you don't like, and if you don't like it, you're dangerous? I've met 300 of this chick. You do not delegate decisions to them. Guy who gets his political opinions from home. Like, way to show that you're an emotional fuckhead, dude. Oh my God. There's nothing, dude. It's always the men that think that they are more logical and less emotional than women. It's always those dudes that are the most emotional people you will ever meet.
To commit so much voter fraud for cat. 2.
It's always these dudes. It's always the dudes that insist.
This is a joke. Do not commit voter fraud, cat.
Sorry. It's always the dudes that are like, I'm very logical, unlike women that are the most emotional dudes. The most. Like, you literally saw a photo of this woman, had an emotional reaction, and then screamed about it on the internet like a small child. You didn't address any policy that she's pushed for. You didn't address anything that she stands for. You didn't address anything that she talks about. You just had an emotional response and then lashed out like a child. And you're the logical one. Okay. Interesting how that works. Okay. All right. Whatever you say. Besh, thank you for the 8 months. Thanks. Me when I hate women. Classic. Okay, we're not going to watch it on stream, but this is the variety segment of the stream, so I just want to talk about it for a second. I have been watching ContraPoints' conspiracy video. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, so if I wanted to watch it, it would take us like a full week. So we're not going to do it. Maybe we could watch it on the channel with some gaming, but we're not watching it on the mainstream. It's just too much. I'm going to be honest, it is just too much. It took us 5 hours to get through Sam Cedar's Jubilee. That's not happening. This is not happening. I'm self-aware. Okay. I'm self-aware at the very least. So I watched an hour and it's pretty good. It is actually pretty good. I mean, all of ContraPoints' videos are pretty good, but still.